give an additional piece of information. When COVID, and of course, we are aware that COVID is to stay with us. Very many of you here are alumni, particularly in Kenya, of the Omicron, which hit most of you in December, although you don't want to say. I'm part of that group that was affected. So that means that, number one, the goodness with COVID is that it is not discriminative. It doesn't discriminate between the poor. It has no gender or whatever. Yeah, it hits everyone. So we are going to stay with it. His Excellency talked about manufacturing within the country of medicines. I don't know who I heard say that. Why haven't we thought that we in Africa can be able to manufacture these drugs within our countries so that we are selling vaccines to ourselves? Why do we keep talking about partnerships with donors and not partnerships with ourselves? Why can't we leverage from what we have in our respective countries and make sure that we provide a market for ourselves, for what we produce? You talked of apples and bananas. I would rather we even give each other bananas and apples, and this time let the banana become vehicles, let the apples become medicine. So we know our problems. Please, let's begin to deal with the issues within ourselves, right? We have very bright Africans. They know the problems. They know the history of where we've come from. They know what has happened in other jurisdictions outside Africa. They have solutions, for God's sake. But as a government, let me promise you here that we are willing to work with you people. We've done that with FKE and KOTU, and we are reaping the fruits. Ladies and gentlemen, let me not take more time, but I just want to say that this has been a very successful event. As Kenya, we are proud that we were able to host this in Mombasa, and I hope this was not so intense that they were not able to, enjoy what Mombasa provides. But let me put a caveat. Remember to go back home. Because they normally say coming to Mombasa is easy, but leaving, they call it in Kiswahili matanga, and matanga is what? Is a funeral. So please, let's enjoy ourselves. When you leave, leave with peace, so that we are not going to attend anyone's funeral after they leave Mombasa. On this note, it is now my distinct honor and duty to declare this Employers' Annual Conference 2022 officially closed.
Please, another round of applause for our chief guest, that is Engineer Peter Tum, and I will kindly ask our chief guest to join us here below the stage to receive a token of appreciation from Executive Director Jacqueline Mugo again. Now, Bona PS, it's been a tradition now that she doesn't, it's a tradition even in Africa, you don't let a guest to go home empty-handed. So in traditional settings, you'd be receiving a kikapu of vegetables, and yes, please, our national president, you can join our chief guest together with our executive director. And as they do that, I will kindly ask Gilda Odera to give us our vote of thanks as we wrap up the program. Please, yes, another round of applause. Asante sana, Bona PS. Gilda, over to you.
Good evening. I promise you I will take a minute. It's really encouraging and delightful to stand here and see the room still so full, because it demonstrates that the content that you received here the last 2 days has been so rich. At least if you are like me, I leave here enriched. In fact, I would have wanted another half a day, if possible. Thus, our PS, Ministry of Labor, Engineer Toom, I'd like to extend a vote of thanks for you gracing the occasion here, and would you please pass our sincere gratitude to the CS for opening this function and spending time with us yesterday. His Excellency Wamekela Mene, we did not have enough of you. And I'm sure you all agree. There would have been so many questions. But we want to thank you that you took time to come and spend this afternoon with us and just share with us what you're doing. And as we've all heard, there's a lot happening and we are encouraged. I will not name all the speakers and all the guests, because I'd like to thank our president. When he started, he recognized every distinguished guest and speaker who was here today with us. And so we'd like to extend thanks to you. You were here with us virtually as well. We know there were people who are still virtual with us. And to all of you, international speakers and local speakers, regional speakers, asante sana, for making this conference successful. Without you coming here and sharing with us the knowledge that you have, this conference would not have been what it is today. And so we want to thank you very much. We will extend our thanks to our partners, KOTU, Secretary General, Francis Atwoli, who was here with us yesterday as well. We are grateful that we are working alongside one another, and we continue to do so. To all of you participants, you know, when we discussed this conference not too long ago and asked our ED, Jackie, sure I can carry your head style, the stress I might go through, will they show up? And then she said she was amazed. And you know, it makes a difference to sit here together. And so when we have this opportunity, it is so, so good to be able to have come here and sat here together. So thank you very, very much. But more than that, thank you that even yesterday, you've had 2 long days, but you've still stayed on. Yesterday, we were here till 6:30. P.S. It was This occasion would not be possible without leading from the front by our Executive Director and CEO, Jackie Mugo. They have worked tirelessly. And so, Jackie, thank you very much for the work that you have done with the team and just leading from the front. And we really ought to give a round of applause for that. I never forget the people who make it happen, and they're in this room. So FKE management team, you've seen them all over. Yesterday they were in red, today they're in white. You can stand up where you are because we want to honor you as well. You've worked so hard. You've worked so, so hard. Thank you so much for your diligence, your work, your warmth. I'm sure you felt their warmth from the time you came in. Thank you so much. And have worked with the management. I'd like to thank you. Our MC, who has also been here with us and continues to be with us. Thank you very, very much. We honor that. And last but not least, to the hotel. They have been very, very helpful, facilitating everything, and it's all run smoothly. And so I'd just like us to stand up and stretch our legs and clap and give a very big clap and a thank you for everybody. And it's been very enriching. And I know as I finish now, MC, you can come and take over because you're just going to warm up. You sat for 2 days, you will dance the whole night.
All right, please let's have a seat. Please, can we also give another round of applause for that very nice and short vote of thanks from Ms. Gilda Odera, first National Vice President, FKE. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it now comes to the close. And I can't add anything more to the great words that have been shared here by Gilda and all the other speakers who have utilized these 2 days to labor market. I have a few announcements. I don't think the cocktail and the dinner is an announcement anymore. I know you're twiddling your thumbs, waiting when you're going to get out of here and get to freshen up. I know on the invite, it's indicated that it's an all white with a hint of gold or African. We'd like to say, I should not be blamed if I come in with as much as possible as you can to be able to get close to that theme, white and gold, just to create that whole look for the event, but don't really, the whole importance is to be at the dinner and the cocktail and celebrating these 2 days that we've had here. So that will be happening later on from 7 o'clock, and it should be all until later. .fke-kenya.org. Cliff, just come. .org. That is a platform that was launched by our executive director. It is one of the pillars of this conference, and that goes a long way to show the development that FKE has invested in, and of course embracing innovation and being out there to be able to be accessible and inclusive for everybody. Now, to be able to crystallize these 2 days, a photo session has been and the Secretariat. And we will have that happening right here at the stairs. We were supposed to have it on the first day, but I humbly request, of course, our chief guests, Bwana PS, you'll join us also, and of course, His Excellency, Mr. Kele Mene, you'll join us for that photo opportunity kindly, so that we can have this moment crystallized for our history and the great occasion this has been. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank, on behalf of everybody here and on behalf of the organizers here, I have Wendy Maureen. Please give them a round of applause, together with Millicent Omondi. And also these 2 gentlemen who've just been seated in a booth there. It's the first time I'm seeing interpreters, in real action. It's amazing, and I think it's fascinating that we are able to still use technology to be able to be and have an inclusive engagement. So please, can we give it up to the interpreters? That is Vincent Were and the headset, and they will need to pick them right after the event. You'll just leave it on top of the table, and definitely really appreciate the great. You'd like an extension, please notify the team at the reception, just in case you'd like to extend your stay. And of course, Bwana PS, thank you for that reminder. Kuingia ni harusi, kutoka ni? Yes, so you can spend a couple of more days here. I mean, it's the weekend if you can, but don't forget to that are here at Sarova White Sands. It's a great iconic establishment for those who've never been here before. Amazing beach outside there, but there are many other facilities that you can enjoy here in Mombasa. So as we wrap this up, I'll humbly ask you to be upstanding. Dinner. I've been your master of ceremony, Eddie Kimani. Until next time, see you and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Just mention dinner will be at Baraza.